Hey, I'm Sal, and in this video I'll be going over cross-site scripting. Um, this will be fairly high level. The purpose is to demonstrate how cross-site scripting actually works. I feel that many IT folks have never actually seen this exploit in action, so I'm doing this for educational purposes. I'm sure there's already a bunch of other videos out there, and I'd like to do my part to saturate the interweb with more learning videos. Okay, so I'll try to keep this short, but before I go over the actual demo, I'll talk a little bit about the different types of cross-site scripting, and there are three of them. There's reflected, persistent, and DOM-based. Although I only created a demo for the first two, so yeah. I want to iterate again that I will only demonstrate cross-site scripting in action. This is not a tutorial on how to perform cross-site scripting. That would require programming knowledge, understanding HTTP request and response process, and along with a bunch of other prerequisites that goes well beyond the scope of this video. Anyway, so for the first type of cross-site scripting, we have reflected. So reflected, and the most common way that this is executed is when you're sent a link and are instructed to click or follow the link. I'm sure you probably received those kinds of spam emails before. So what happens is a hacker sends you a legitimate link, or part of the link is legit to a site, but it contains malicious parts to that link, usually located at the end, which is the query param part of the URL. And so it looks something like, I don't know, maybe HTTPS at that, I don't know, website .com, and then slash stuff, and then this weird stuff right here at the end. So the moment you follow the link, so basically the moment you follow this link right here, this malicious link, you've practically been attacked, and it can happen in an instant. I mean, you probably won't even notice it as soon as it happens, and you'll see it in the demo, of course. So the second type is persistent. So the way this works is the vulnerable website did not sanitize the hacker's input. Then this input is presented on the website exactly as it was written by the hacker, and it gets executed. So basically each time a page loads, in other words, when a user visits the page, the hacker's malicious code gets executed. So this dirty little hack can practically be stealing data each time users access the page wherever the hacker's little malicious script was saved. And finally, we have the DOM-based cross-site scripting. So DOM stands for Documents Object Model. So the DOM is basically the object representation of the HTML document, what the web page is made of. This is a very high-level explanation, so I may create another video about how the DOM works later on and all this stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, DOM-based cross-site scripting is a variant of the last two that I just explained, which is reflected and persistent. What makes this different is the malicious code doesn't actually get executed on page load. So whenever a user accesses the page, it doesn't get executed right away. The dirty hacker's code lives in the DOM itself and is executed subsequent to a legitimate page function being executed, meaning that it follows after a legit function actually ran. Okay, so now onto the actual demo. First off, a dead giveaway that a site is vulnerable to cross-site scripting is if you're able to type in an HTML element tag, more specifically the script tag, within an input field, and the site accepts it and executes the actual code. So what I mean by that is, say I have this one search field and I type in there a script tag, the alert function with a message, and a closing script tag. Then I submit this input value and voila, the entry in the script tag is executed, in this case the alert function. So yeah, big whoop, I can execute the browser alert message. So what? Well, to demonstrate that, I wrote a couple of Node.js apps, each running on 2 separate ports. One mimics a legit website, while the other is a server containing an app that collects data. This second one is the hacker's server. Okay, so this first exploit demonstrated a reflective attack. You know those little warnings your IT folks tell you about not clicking or following any old link you get from an email? Well, I'm about to show you why. So imagine I'm a user who's in a website that I trust and I'm already logged into it, and I receive this email here. Unfortunately, this trusted website contains a cross-site scripting vulnerability. So I'm already logged in. You see the session token right there, and that's usually a private thing. It's in a cookie. It's a way for me to track, or it's a way for the site to track my login credentials. That's all you need to know for now. I'm not gonna go deeper in that. But anyway, so I follow the link, I click on it, and I hit enter or return or whatever, and boom. It's like just like that. You didn't even see it happen, but my credentials actually just got stolen. The login session token just got stolen when I went to this little dirty hacker's site through this long garbage of just like a mess in the URL that a regular user probably wouldn't understand, but they'll just follow it not knowing. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Okay, so this last demo will cover a persistent cross-site scripting attack. Remember that the way this attack works is a malicious script is saved to the website and essentially becomes a part of it. So for this example, we go back to our legit site, and this time we visit a forums page. Users are able to type in posts or submit posts and all kinds of junk on this page. Unfortunately, this page is vulnerable to cross-site scripting attacks. So let's say a hacker decides to post a simple message, but hidden with the message, or in the message, is a malicious script that will never actually be displayed but execute on page load. Once this post is submitted, the message along with the script now permanently becomes a part of this page. Essentially, any user who accesses this page will have their cookie data stolen, which in many websites they contain sensitive information. So now that the post has been submitted, I'll play the innocent victim and go to the website. As you can see in my cookie, I'm already logged in, and there's my login session token. I access the now infected forums page, and bam, no warning, and it happened just like that. My data was stolen. But of course, from the user's point of view, nothing happened but a regular page load. They just went to the forums, unknowing that their data actually just got stolen. Anyway, this is my cross-site scripting demo. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something. But until then, aloha.